Kingdom Come Deliverance is my favorite game of all time. Maybe. Kingdom Come begins as a game where if you don't have a lot of patience for it, you may not see the particular value in it. But somewhere along the way, just like classic games like Final Fantasy IX or even something like Metal Gear Solid V, for example, Kingdom Come Deliverance pulls you in and you don't even realize that you are beginning one of your greatest video game love affairs. And as you walk through this world of Bohemia, this beautiful setting that you would pay probably thousands of dollars. Actually, that sounds like a hilarious number. I don't even know, like, is that low? Is that high? You would probably pay thousands of dollars to just experience. But Henry of Skalitz, in walking around this beautifully hand-drawn map that becomes a beautifully illustrated world, finds the most paradisal scenarios of walking through the woods, talking to townsfolk, eating gruel by the side of the road. Actually, no, more like eating beef stew or something. What is it, mush? You find that with only as much gold as you can make from doing simple odd jobs around the land, you have earned your keep in what might as well be one of the areas that members of the Illuminati seem to potentially want to zone off for themselves in perhaps the near future. What I'm saying is that Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one, perhaps not the second, although I have not played it, is a trip to another world where you finally get back to nature and you finally get back to enjoying time with people that you, in some cases, even grow to be fairly fond of. Henry's friends, Gus and Pete, or whatever their names are very likable characters. Uh, then you have Hans Capen, who becomes a big character in the second game. But in the first game, he makes quite an impression when, while everyone else treats you like essentially a dog, he treats you like an equal to the point of fighting with you physically and not wanting you punished because he simply wanted to fight you. This may come off as Hans being some kind of stuck-up jerk, but actually, the way he treats you is much more like an equal. Then you have Teresa and the beautiful sort of love affair you can have there where you can ask her many times to go on a walk or a date with her, and then eventually she might say yes once you are sufficiently statused up. Then you can have a relationship with Lady Stephanie, which is a very fucking interesting name for me as far as sort of the situation goes. But she's a woman some years your elder who is married to some kind of fucking local lord who is many years your elder, and she reveals that she's married to him in basically a love-filled but I guess a totally sexless marriage because he is infirm or something. In any case, you can fall into some kind of like situation with her, and I actually felt kind of I did. If they had given me a specific option, yes or no, I probably would have gone with no, but Fortunately and unfortunately, I simply, changed my shirt with her still in the room or something like that, and we had quite an experience together. Spoilers. All right. And in any case, then we have the battle scenes, and those are quite a lot of fun. I don't know if I've ever had about as much fun just playing and replaying video game battles. And the thing is, they make it somewhat skill based. The sword fighting is irritatingly uh, specifically controlled enough that you are always going into until you basically get good, I suppose. You are always going into a battle, kind of thinking you're about to die. And then in these grand battle sequences, you have the fun of like poking at different enemies while they fight other people, and then everyone's running around and it's split into like 4 different parts. It's a lot of fun, and there's a particular scene where you end up fighting like a boss in quite the cinematic fight in some kind of burning building. Anyway, all this comes together along with such interesting game mechanics beyond the fighting, which is done very well and much more interestingly than Skyrim, but also much more fun than given like turn-based RPG. And I love turn-based RPGs, but you still often cringe at the random battles. With Kingdom Come Deliverance, when you battle, after a while, it gets fun. You want to go to do a little tournament when they say, "Oh, the tournament's it's on, it's going to end in a day. You got to get there tomorrow or something," then you want to go there. Or when you do when you shoot the arrows to help get Lady Stephanie's wedding for somebody else planned, it's actually a lot of fun, and it's a lot more difficult than you might think, but also it's not nearly insurmountable. That also describes lockpicking, which initially seems like it's impossible, but I think with some skill points that you can get from training, plus the training actually training you sort of how to do it, it becomes not only possible but actually kind of fun. That really describes so much of this game, such as the potion making. Essentially, imagine everything from Skyrim. Like basically every element from Skyrim: lock picking, fighting, shooting a bow and arrow, mixing like herbs to make some kind of fucking potion in a pot or something. Imagine that every single element from Skyrim, or at least all those, and maybe more, including talking to people, maybe investigating things. Basically, Kingdom Come Deliverance makes a real game out of what was the majesty but the very kind of bland accessibility of Skyrim. Kingdom Come Deliverance makes a hard game out of it. RPG Life Journal: They Can't Beat an Honest Person by Matthew Haviland. Introduction. I told someone that I'm a martyr tonight, and I guess that's true, but I think I have found a way to at least get through the days in a much more successful and easy way, with an easy way to get through or out of the fear that you may encounter on a daily basis: connected breathing. This is a series of practices, along with the journal to write things down, and a series of concepts to guide you in all areas of your life. As Hale Dwoskin says, remember, releasing can be fun. And this can as well. Much of your life, especially if you take Rule 1 seriously, may encounter a lot of opposition as it comes out of you, but it doesn't matter, because you will be here. Basics. The following outline is a rubric for and what you would write in the RPG Life system and notebook/journal. The sections are to be written on the inside front cover, the inside front cover's inside cover on the next page, and then at the top of every RPG Life section going from there, with the second page of quests, red ink, meant to be replicated at the top of every page in quests going from there. You will also have an LGOE card title page. RPG Life, Take Your House Back. Inside cover for title. Rule good, being an honest person, noble. Action. Quest's main. No more shall I let anybody around me scare me into hell. They cannot hurt you where you are letting go. Be the good guy in the movie. Every one of them is in misery. Miserable wretches. It's all just feelings. If you keep letting go, then there you are bulletproof. Tony Robbins' commitments. 1. I would like to be a better writer or a more controlled one. 2. Be totally the gatekeeper at the gate, emotional. 3. I would like to have enough money to attract a woman, get enough money. 4. I would like to have enough money to have my own house. 3 times breaths day, 7, 28, 14. Inventory. Two rules. Be honest, be good. Quests. How do I do this and enjoy the process? Simple code. Letting go is the only way. A man with a plan. How it empowered me look. Be the most responsible version of yourself. Make them go closer. Don't say it, but do it. The plan. Unbelievably based. Take your house back. Connected breathing, 2 Vipassana sessions, 3 breathing sessions, 4 middle pillars, let go, period. Take your house back. Monsters. Loosh Farm. If you feel really bad around someone, maybe that's not the best person to be around. Antagonists list. Anyone who makes you feel bad. Could I let go of thinking about anybody on my antagonists list? Fear. Call their bluff. Could I let go of thinking about any of my antagonists? What isn't up to me, why worry about it? You're not okay, but you could be. The carrot. You might be likely better off avoiding that whole situation. You don't interact with them at all. Could you accept them as they are? Accept them and don't interact with them. Don't cower. Team. You're already fine. Letting go is what to do. Your safety net is not acting with fear. Could I let go of all fear? Journey. Take your house back. CB, 2VS, 3B period S, 4MP, L space G period. Amulet, let go. Let go. Wisdom books. Mindfulness in Plain English, The Presence Process, Revised Edition, High Magic, The Sedona Method, Happiness is Free. Using this book. The 5 practices. Connected breathing, CB. Breathe without stopping, essentially. Go to The Presence Process by Michael Brown for the actual instructions, but essentially just keep breathing without stopping. Connect your breathing. Vipassana sessions for 10 minutes, 2VS. This is a basic meditation from Mindfulness in Plain English in the style that I do it in. The brief instructions are to sit upright in a good posture, really straight but not too rigid, and feel your breath coming in and going out through your nostrils. Stay in the same place and watch the breath go out and come in. This can take some adjusting as you are basically flipping your frame. Next, when thoughts come up, if they do, and distract you, then you just note that you were distracted and come back to the breathing. When emotions come up and feelings, or you just take it so that you ask yourself, what is it? And then when you get a good sense of it, flow, you ask, how long does it last? And you watch it dissipate. Then you go back to do your breathing. You let it go all the way. Breathing sessions, 3 of 10, 3B.S, from Tony Robbins' Personal Power 2. Breathe in through your nose for 7 seconds. Hold in Hold in for a count of 28 seconds, then blow it out through your mouth hard for 14. This is more important, as Tony says, with the ratio. So if you don't hold your breath in for 28, keep a ratio of 1, 4, 2. Middle pillar, 4 MP. Check out High Magic for the actual instructions. In any case, this is a brief rundown, and by the way, Damien Eccles recommends a whole series of exercises and practices before this in the book, so you may want to do those before starting this. Basically, you stand up and take a few breaths, and then after you're relaxed enough, visualize a bright white light at the top of the universe. This is the source, at least according to the instructions. Again, check out High Magic for more. Anyway, on an in-breath, watch a shaft of light go down from that white light to just above your head and make a sphere, a bright, white, shining sphere. Breathe in 4 times and watch the breath energize the sphere, making it brighter. Then say, ehiye, ehiye, intoned so that it goes through your entire body, and watch the light get brighter while you do it. Refer to the instructions from High Magic for more correspondences, but basically bring the shaft of light or watch it go down with the next exhalation, after 3 to 5 repetitions of the intonation total. Evocations, 3 to 5 total. And then see it at your throat, at your heart center, at your pelvis, and at your feet, going above them and then equidistant under the floor, all about a foot in diameter. Intone Yoah, or rather, here. Yehovah Elohim, Yehovah Elohim, Yehovah Yehovah Eloah Vada'ath, Yehovah Eloah Vada'ath, Shaddai El Kai, Shaddai El Kai, Adonai Haaretz, Adonai Haaretz, for the rest of them, which are, after the white, pearl gray, gold, purple, and black, watching them each, the light, shine brighter. As you go, do it. Finally, watch the shaft go down from the bottom one to the center of the earth, green. Safety glass. Just connect your breathing. Please, just break glass. Extras. These are some of the other materials that I've put together in the RPG Life notebooks, etc., but haven't put as part of the main reading text. The roadmap. This is a full metaphysics of what makes good and bad. The core features, good. This is a full metaphysics of what makes you attractive to girls. Note, I'm not sure how applicable RPG Life is to girls. The roadmap. Evil omen. If you are in control, then you are winning. Good omen. Being an honest person. Noble. Good dichotomy. Truth, falsity, period. Evil dichotomy. Pain, pleasure. The core features, good. Good mind, good body, sound practices, awareness. This is about being a winner. I meant it when I said that this is how to be attractive to girls. You have a good body, a good mind, and sound practices, which includes taking care of your own life and enough to take care of hers and a baby. Then you have enough, plus awareness, which is lack of fear.